All right, my brother, we are live with episode 73 of By the Numbers. What movies are we going to talk about tonight?
Man, we have Boys in the Boat. We got Brats documentary about the Brat Pack. We got Trigger Warning. We have Viewer Discretion is Advised, an OnlyFans documentary. Speaking of OnlyFans, me and Dave are going to start a Faces for Radio OnlyFans. We're going to do paywall with topless pics of us.
Yes.
And then we're going to have Inside Out too.
Speaking of topless pics, Inside Out too. Yep. So that's Rich. I'm Dave. Faces for Radio podcast starts right now. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us as the Faces for Radio podcast presents By the Numbers. We take new releases from theater, video, or streaming. We watch them, we review them, and we let you know our thoughts. I am your host, David. My co-host is
Rich. How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing okay, brother. I'm still jobless, but I'm not homeless, so that's plus.
That's a plus.
So I'm doing some contract gigs here and there, trying to at least put food on the table. So that's hopefully happening. How about you? How's it going with Miles and his T-ball?
Oh man, today was his last game. He had a blast. He opened up so much because he's a shy kid, and so the last month of this T-ball season, he just flourished. Man, he was having a blast out there, running around, joking with the other kids. So it was good to see.
Love it. I love it, bro.
Mm-hmm. I got to babysit my grandson today. So
yeah, you said you had grandpa duty, which can be a double entendre. So you probably did the duty as you were changing the duty.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, you were like, whoo. It's new grandpa stuff's tough, bro. I've spent years riding the dragon, so I know what it's like being a grandpa. Right. But I was like, this is something where I've got to let you do this on your own, and then support you in your hour of need. And I understand, I get it.
Because Miles is only 5, okay, and I didn't think like it would be that long. In my mind, it wasn't that long since he was a tiny baby. Oof, it was.
Yeah, it's long enough. It doesn't take long. Now, I mean, my daughter, my youngest, was 24 when she had Piper. So, and that was my first grandkid that I was, changing diapers and stuff like that. No, my adopted grandson, Toby, he's 14 now.
Wow.
And I didn't really get to change his diapers because by the time I knew him, he was like 3 years old, and he was 2.5, 3 years old. And he was kind of already out of it. So I knew that part of the grandpa, but not like the full on grandpa. And I want to show you some pictures. And I've got some pictures of when Piper was really little and I was watching her, and then they would take pictures of me because I'd be asleep with her in my recliner, just her and I just out.
My kids used to do that to me too.
I was like, Grandpa's done. I'm out. It's over. Let's go to the chat and see who's watching us. We've got 8 people live right now. I want to say hey to everybody. Awesome. We've got 4 and 4 on Twitter, 4 on YouTube. And you didn't put your YouTube on there, bro.
Oh, I forgot.
That's okay. All right. Well, you guys, thank you for joining us. Please smash that like button, as our good buddy Jay has already said. Smash that like button, my friends. And Jay, you were the first one on. So I've got a special cookie for you. This is a peanut butter and jelly cookie that I grabbed. So you got a brand new cookie courtesy of the Faces for Radio podcast. So thank you much, brother, for coming on. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Holland Oates is in the house. What's up, Holland?
Hope you're doing
good to see you. You guys on Twitter. Unfortunately, you can't actually chime in. You can listen to us, which is great. We'd love to have you. If you want to chime in, you want to add comments, please join us on the YouTube channel. Also, we will be live on Instagram immediately following this broadcast to talk about the show, upcoming shows coming up, talk to people, hit the chat. So if you guys want to jump on, you can jump on our Instagram after this is over and talk to us there and tell us what you thought of the show and what you think we ought to review or talk about in the future. So I would love that. Yeah. Pretty cool. And Jay, we got you on July 3rd, brother. So next week, Jay Manley is joining us in the house for to be a glutton for punishment again. But I promise to only give you, I'm going to say 5, but it might be 6. So live in fear. we might put an extra one, but you've done 10. So we know you can do it. So yeah, you just kind of ruined yourself there. He's the first one to do 10 in one shot.
Probably the only one.
The only one that will do it. I was like, now Nate, we're gonna do 10. He's like, nope, I'm out. I'm not gonna do that. But I do want to. Let's get the fine print out of the way early this time. So this episode is sponsored by Spotify for podcasting. They take the audio portion of our live stream. They sponsor us. They get linked to us on other podcast sites like Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, Castbox, Radio Public, and Google Podcast. They do that all for free. They give us sponsors. And as we get more followers, we get more sponsors. So if you guys get a chance, go over to Spotify, hit that follow button for us, and then you can listen to us on any available podcast network. Also want to send a shout out to Dubby Energy Drinks. They are sponsoring us as well. If you go to dubby.gg and use the code FACES4Radio at checkout, you get 10% off your purchase. And then we get kickbacks from that, hopefully. So if you guys get a chance, go check out Dubby Energy Drinks and see what you like. All right. So that's out of the way. And you may have to remind me of the movies we were doing. We will at the end of the show.
Yeah.
We'll have
on our Facebook,
we'll have our lineup,
Instagram page.
But I'll hit you up on Instagram. I'll let you know the movies for next week so that you know what we're talking about. All right. So as we always do, my brother, we take these 5 movies, we watch them, we review them, we score them, and I ranked them 5-1 based on our average score. Which do you think got the lowest score this week? And guys in the chat, let us know what you think got the lowest score this week.
Okay. A lot of these movies I did not like. I'm just going to put that out there.
It did seem like you didn't like a lot of these
This was not a good week for me. But I'm going to go with the lowest one I think is ranked. It's going to be, even though I like titties, I'm not going to pick the OnlyFans one. I'm going to go with Trigger Warning.
Not going to pick the titties. All right. So,
what's up, Rob?
Hey, Rob, what's going on, brother? Holland says Trigger Warning.
That's my pick too, man.
Hey, Rob. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Thanks for jumping in, Rob. Appreciate that. So let's take a look at our number 5 movie this week. And I believe, come on.
The suspense is killing me, Dave.
I know. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dramatic pause. Wait. Good. Do some rock and roll music. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I have no idea what this fucking is.
No, you make me think it's OnlyFans.
Well, I was trying to bring up the outro so that I can put it up on the screen, but yeah. So our lowest scored movie is, come back. There we go. Up, up, and up. Viewer Discretion Advised, coming in number 5 this week. So it is the OnlyFans one.
Yeah.
So this is Viewer Discretion Advised, the story of OnlyFans and Courtney Clenney. And I should, at least read a synopsis on it. So, but it's pretty much speaks for itself.
This movie sucked. Or this documentary sucked.
This documentary was horrible, bro. This was like,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
And it's available on Tubi if you guys are into it. It says unprecedented wealth, creator control, stalker threats, and a strange Miami murder. This is the story of how OnlyFans changed the internet forever. Trigger warning is horrible. Jessica is still hot. See? There you go. It definitely raised my visual score a little bit.
This raised my visual score.
The visual score was okay here, but still I was like,
yeah.
Okay, so
there was nothing new here. There
was nothing. I didn't know anything about OnlyFans. I've never been on OnlyFans, aside from, Rich and I were doing our shirtless pictures and our feet pictures. We're going to do those for OnlyFans. Maybe a testicle, but it'll be like, guess whose testicle this is? Guess the testicle. We're going to play guess the side boob, and then you'll see, and then you'll have to see which one of us is actually the side boob. And if you win, then you get a one-on-one with one of us. And we're going to be naked. So maybe nobody will want to win.
And there goes all our viewers.
And there goes all our viewers.
All this is only for $9.99 a month.
And it's only $9.99 a month. And you get all of this.
Yeah, all this.
And all of that. So by weight limit alone, it's at least 3 times what any of those girls have.
Yeah. And we're real. We ain't plastic. We're all
no plastic. Feet pics make money.
I
don't know.
Feet.
I have hobbit feet. but dude, getting back to this was awful. This was just and it really kind of focuses on this murder that took place. And it was an OnlyFans model that murdered her boyfriend. And then there was a whole spiel about that where they thought he did it and that he was abusing her and she was abusing him. And then, but aside from that, there was like, oh, by the way, OnlyFans became popular because of this. And then they talk about all this crap that OnlyFans did and what they do now. And then it was really COVID that made OnlyFans just kind of explode. And I'm not saying that as an ejaculate, but it exploded onto the scene.
Yeah. But
no, it's an ejaculate. It spooged all over the table, and so everybody watched OnlyFans because everybody was kind of stuck in their homes.
Yeah. The one thing I didn't like, there's a lot of things I didn't like. I shouldn't say the one thing I didn't like.
A lot of things I didn't like.
Was they tried to make it like it was OnlyFans.
If there was an OnlyFans for food, I'd be all over it, dude.
That's
food
what they tried
porn,
to sell you in that.
Food porn, OnlyFans. I would be in. I'd do an account right now. Bring on the barbecue. That's right. Barbecue sauce all over my feet. What's up, Del? Good to see you.
What's up,
speaking of barbecue sauce, you have to eat naked. I already eat naked.
You can see that. I'll eat ribs.
Ribs will just dripping barbecue sauce on your chest hair. It'd be
all 7 of my chest hair.
Also, okay, I got that covered. I've had a full chest of hair since I was 16. But honestly, all seriousness aside, this was garbage. This was garbage. And it's not like I've been so disappointed in the documentaries that Tubi has put out. The P. Diddy one was awful. This is a Tubi original.
Yeah, it was Tubi original.
This is a Tubi original. I know the other one, the Diddy one wasn't, but Tubi had TMZ. It. That was a TMZ thing. But I like the Low Lifes movie, but since then we've done documentaries and they've all been shit.
Yeah. I think we should be more pickier.
Yeah. Barbecue sauce on your feet and chest hairs. I may have to leave sooner than I thought.
He didn't say he said
He said He didn't say Robert is hairless. Well, Rob, that's because you got that Asian blood, brother.
I was just gonna say that, but I wasn't gonna be racist.
No, that's not racist. That's fact. I mean, my kids are half Filipino, and they're like, Dad, how do you have all that chest hair? And I'm like, because I am not Filipino. There's no Asian in here.
My daughters are hairy because I'm Mexican.
It's exactly that's how that works. It's just, it's protection for the skin because, damn. But yeah, you should see my wife. She has no hair on her arms. It trips me out. It trips my daughter out too. She's like, she goes, I do too. Look, there's one right there. And I'm like, you get a cat to lick the hair off your arm. But yeah, no, it's true. It's all about what your body tries to do to protect you. So, I'm just the second generation to walk upright, so I still have Neanderthal in me. And yeah, I have so much hair on my body. It's crazy. Summers suck for me. But what also sucks is this movie. I just stay away from this documentary. Because number one,
not waste your time.
Okay, so number one, no nudity in this movie. You get like the pixelated crap. And I'm like, great.
Dave wanted to see the dude OnlyFans that he started.
I wanted the Asian girl. I wanted to see the Asian girl, dude. I was like, damn, she's cute. What's that account again? I gotta do the only. How do I? Nah, fuck it. I can't do it. But Rob is Latino from the waist down.
So you got a small penis too?
And I'm never gonna get that out of my mind now. You can't unsee that, Rob. Thank you. But anyway, let's go to our highlights on it.
This is terrible.
It's gosh. Okay, so Rich, you gave a 7 to the visuals, obviously, because they were cute. And then you gave a 6 to the genre, and then everything else is really 5s and 4s.
Yeah.
I gave 6s to story, visual, genre, and subgenre. And then that's it. I gave a 3 to the trailer because I was like, I don't want to watch this because I don't have any connection to OnlyFans. I don't know anything about it. So yeah, it didn't work. And we've been batting 0 on Tubi documentaries. So
yeah, we have.
I'm thinking,
we stick to HBO and
I think we stick to Max and Hulu and stuff because they put out some decent documentaries. Yeah. But Tubi does not. I do like some of their original films, and we'll look for some more of those. But yeah, documentary wise, they seem interesting because I'm like, okay, I want to learn about this whole murder thing and the OnlyFans thing, but there wasn't anything. I knew more about the murder than I did about OnlyFans. And I didn't get any information about either one. And then with the thing with P. Diddy was like, I knew all of that.
New there. Yeah.
There's nothing new there. So yeah. So I think we're going to scrap this one. This is a toilet. I wish, I need a flush. I need a flush special effect. I need a flush special effect. We're going to flush that. So I'll get that and I'll put it on here for next week. What do you think about that, Grant?
In the meantime,
$9.95. Grant. We'll get pictures of Grant on our OnlyFans.
Yeah, he'll have to sign a waiver first.
Yeah, he'll have to sign a waiver. He'll have to sign a release.
Isn't he underage?
We can put his tatas on our OnlyFans. But let's go to our final score on Viewer Discretion Advised. The story of OnlyFans and Courtney Clenney coming in dead last, you guys. IMDb is giving this a 5.9, but Rotten Tomatoes is not touching this with a 10-foot poll. Rich, you gave it a 51. I gave it a 50 for a total average score of 50.5.
Yeah. And that's generous. I was being generous.
Yeah, it's on Tubi.
Rob. Don't do it, Rob.
He gave 2 points for every pair of boobs he saw, and that's how he got to 51.
If everybody knows me, knows I like boobs.
He likes boobs, he likes love, and he likes Jason Bateman. If Jason Bateman had boobs and did a romantic comedy, that'd be his favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
See, right? Who the hell is Courtney Clenney? Okay, so
I never heard of her until this.
So I heard about the murder and that an OnlyFans model was the killer, but I didn't know what her name was. So apparently this person had 3 million followers on OnlyFans, and she was making like what, 20,000 a week or something. She was making like tons of money. She bought like this penthouse apartment in Miami, and it was just,
Dave, if we could pull this off, we could buy a penthouse too.
We could buy a penthouse in Omaha, Nebraska, I think, but we could buy a penthouse. Poll or poll? I'm just gonna say yes to that, Rob, because I think it could be either one or both. Well, let's go on to number 4.
It has to be trigger warning because that was a piece of shit too.
Well, yeah. Should I play this? Nah, I'm not gonna play. Fuck it. Yeah, trigger warning comes in 4th place, you guys. Now, I thought this was okay, but
I figured you would.
Well, I like Jessica Alba.
I do too.
I was excited seeing her back in the saddle because she hasn't acted since Rise of the Silver Surfer. She said she was going to quit acting altogether.
She had a TV show.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she wasn't going to do movies anymore ever because of Silver Surfer, because of the Fantastic Four too.
Yeah, I didn't like
about a couple of Penthouse magazines in my younger days. That's about it. Yep.
That was better than this documentary.
It would be. Yep. Ooh la la, Jessica Alba. Yeah. But the
opening scene took me right out of this movie. It was not believable. I was like, oh, okay. This is what we're doing.
I get that. Okay. I get that. That makes sense. I overlooked that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna let that one slide. But you guys, yeah, I think this could have been better had it not been for Netflix.
And Jessica Alba.
I like Jessica Alba, but she can't act. That's
you put Charlize Theron in this or somebody her caliber. This would have been a good movie.
Give me, and this is going to be out there for those of you that have seen Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which just came out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
The girl in that movie. Yeah. Put her here, and this movie would have been epic.
Also,
but it wouldn't have had the draw. The draw was Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
Being in this movie.
Maybe the girl that plays Mantis, because she was badass in Mission Impossible.
Oh, Palm Clementine or whatever her name was.
Because she was badass in the last Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
she would have been good in this
one. Alba is gorgeous, but she's so bad in this. Yes,
she is.
I am 24, Rich.
So you don't need to sign a waiver. You're good.
You don't need to sign a waiver. He's all right. There's a lot of CGI. The CGI was bad in here. The CGI fire and stuff, that was bad.
Yes, Rob.
Yeah, Isa Gonzalez. Yeah, that's the girl from Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, and I think she was phenomenal in that.
And Ambulance too, I think.
Yes, I think she was an Ambulance.
I
even like the girl from Hitman better than Jessica Alba's character here.
Who was the girl in Hitman?
Arjona or whatever her name was.
Oh, yes.
And I Playboy for just the reading material, just the articles. On top of the CGI, the camera was way too close in the fight scenes with too many cuts. Yeah, I think they had to do a lot of cutaways. Yeah. But I mean, I've ended up being okay with it. My score is not great, but I don't think I would watch this again.
Oh God, no.
I was like, yeah, okay. But there's nothing here to draw anyone except for Jessica Alba. If you're like, I want to see,
that's barely a draw because it's for looks.
Yeah. But yeah, she did. I really think the script was bad here. I had problems with the story. And because of the script, I had problems with the acting. I had, I liked some of the visuals, but yeah, Dell hit it on the head that the CGI was bad, and that the cutaways were bad. But bad. I just recently watched the Godzilla 2014, and I was talking to Nate and Alex about the cutaways, and then I thought about this movie, and I was like, oh yeah, cutaways suck. I just can't. They can't do long shots with this. What's up, Steve? Good to see you, my friend. He's early tonight.
Yeah, he's not really like.
He usually shows up when our last movie. But no, you get all the crap beforehand. Is Atlas better than Trigger Warning? Yes.
Yes.
I would say leaps and bounds better than Trigger Warning.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only thing that really was bad about Atlas was Jennifer Lopez.
The visual effects in that were fantastic.
The visual effects in there were good. I liked Sterling K. Brown in that. I liked all the other actors. I thought it was written better than this. Everything was bad except the eye candy that is Jessica Alba. But yeah, the script didn't work. The CGI was bad. It's a basic story that was predictable. And then you've got what's the name? You got Anthony Michael Hall as the senator, the bad guy.
Saw that coming a mile away.
Saw that coming a mile off, especially since the son is the other bad guy. So the synopsis reads: a devoted daughter is attempting to figure out the cause of her father's passing. So you're looking at, okay, the father dies, and he owns a mine and like a restaurant by the mine, and she goes there and finds out there's trouble, and then she's supposedly this great like soldier girl, like sniper, like awesome, and I wasn't buying any of that, and that's where that first scene comes in. So what would,
like, she's gonna beat that dude up? Really? Was she a $110, 110 pounds?
F that.
Dude, just knock her out.
I could pick her up with one hand.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Jessica is a special ops operator, right? It's like Tara Reid is an anthropologist. I'm sorry, I can't buy this. I would have liked, something closer to Peppermint.
Yes.
Which was the Jennifer Garner one, because she was at the beginning all phooey, I burned the darn muffins, and then became badass. I would have liked something like that for Jessica Alba here, to where she wasn't already Betty Badass when she comes into it, and it wasn't believable.
Yeah.
But she used to, when she did Dark Angel, she was good. She could fight. I thought she was tremendous in Dark Angel.
But at the time, the standards were lower than what they are now.
It's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. She needs to pick her battles better. This
maybe go to voice acting or something.
I think I could see her go back to doing romantic comedies, or like actually get in shape and actually do something. She didn't seem like she was in shape here.
Mm-mm. I still wouldn't buy her if she was in shape. I can't. It's hard to believe her in any action role.
Yeah. Well, and that was the thing. Her total demeanor was still all, like, it was just kind of okay. Where I believed Jennifer Garner was like, she was vicious when she came back and she started killing people in Peppermint. She was vicious. I was buying into that.
Right.
I knew she couldn't beat the guy's head on, so she did like crazy stuff. They made Jessica Alba fight toe to toe with these guys, and kicking their ass. Some of them, like the son with the mullet, kick his ass all over the place. I'm okay with
buy it. All he do is punch her in the
I'm
face.
okay with that. Anybody in a mullet deserves to get his ass kicked, and that's mainly because I could never grow a mullet. I never was able to do that. But
So a couple years ago, it was 3 years ago, I let my hair grow out, and I told my kids that they betted me. So I don't remember what the bet was, that I would cut my hair into a mullet, and I did it. I had a mullet for like 2 or 3 months. No lie, I did. They were so embarrassed. I was like, I told you I was going to do it.
Supposed to do it, yeah. Business in the front, party in the back. That's
Yeah.
I knew that about you, Rich. You're always party in the back. But the a similar thing, I gave my son a mohawk because he was like, I don't care what kind of hair, how you cut my hair, because he was giving me crap about cutting his hair. Because I'm like, I'm not paying for you to get your hair cut. I can cut your hair myself because I cut my hair myself. And he's like, well, and I don't care what you do. So I gave him a mohawk, shaved it, stuck that up, gelled it, and he's like, and then I sprayed the tips with sun in and frosted the tips.
Oh man.
And he was like, he goes, I kind of like it. And I was like, no, you don't.
Oh, that's funny.
But anyway, let's go to our highlights on trigger warning. It seemed like Rich was triggered when he watched this.
I was. I did not enjoy this.
I didn't think it was bad, but I don't think it's worth recommending. So Rich, you have a 7 for the cast, and then nothing over a 5 to that. I have a 7 for the trailer and a 7 for the genre because I do think some of the action was good. I gave 6s to cast, story, and direction and subgenre, and that was it. Because there were some things that I did like, but as the movie as a whole, I was not a fan of. And I don't think anybody else is a fan of this. Wait till you see the Rotten Tomatoes scores, because I was laughing. Let's go to our final scores on trigger warning, you guys. This is coming in 4th place. Shabam. IMDb is giving this a 4.6. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 20%. Audience score 15%. Rich, you gave it a 46. I gave it a 61. Coming down to 53.5.
Yeah.
So like I said, there were things I liked about it, but ultimately I don't think it works. I'm not going to recommend it. This is one of those kind of the Netflix ones where you're like, I don't think I want to watch it.
Yeah.
and that's what it is. Jessica Alba is the only draw here, and
I don't think she is even.
And you end up drawing it back when you watch her because she didn't do a very good job. All right, let's go to number 3.
I'm gonna go with Boys in the Boat. This is right up Dave's alley. You like
right?
Boys?
Oh yeah. Put that boat anywhere. So yeah, Boys in the Boat comes in 3rd place, you guys. Directed by George Clooney, and
I didn't like this.
I like this.
It was boring. It wasn't. I was like, man.
I like this, bro. I enjoyed this. I thought it was a good story, with the Olympics and the whole thing, and what was his name? Callum Turner, who was in Fantastic Beasts. He's the older brother.
It was a well-made movie.
It is. It's well made. So the synopsis reads: a 1930s set story centered on the University of Washington's rowing team from their Depression era beginnings to winning gold at the 1936 Berlin Olympics.
Yeah, nothing about that excites me.
I like this. I wanted to see this from the beginning. I didn't get a chance to see it in the theater, so I'm glad I got to see it. It's available on Prime, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's Prime.
So it's available on Prime, you guys. And I like this. I didn't love it like I thought I would, because I dig these histories, especially Olympics and sports and stuff like that, and underdog stories. So I am a fan of all these. And I thought the story was there, and you're right, it's slow, but it's it's rowing. So it's you're not I didn't expect it to be, even though Jesse Owens is in the movie, I didn't expect it to be that fast. So this is what I expected, and it's just over 2 hours. I did feel it was a little long. I would have been happier if it was hour 45. I think would have been my sweet spot. Give me a little bit less of the, okay, we know he's poor. Get to the actual good stuff. And give me more of the training, because they didn't really do a whole lot of the training.
Are you rendering something?
No.
Oh, you froze for a minute.
Huh.
Your mouth was open, like you were still applying for OnlyFans. Just like that.
Like I was putting the boys in the boat right in my mouth. Okay. My OnlyFans demo is
wow.
Thanks, baby. I appreciate that. Oh, I still have my dog watching Sasquatch Sunset.
That's funny.
That was classic, but yeah, I wanted this to be better. I thought, I felt when I saw trailers and George Clooney was directing it and all that kind of stuff, I thought maybe this was an Oscar contender. I don't think that anymore. No. I don't think that anymore. I did like it. I didn't love it. I'm glad I didn't see it in the theater. I'm glad I waited and watched it on Prime, because I won't buy it.
I remember you bringing it up. You wanted to see it, add it to the list.
I wanted to see it in the theater. I was getting ready to do it, and it really only played for like 1 week in the theater, and it was gone.
And there's a reason for that.
And yeah, because everybody's like you. They want stuff to happen really fast. And I was like, dude, it doesn't have to happen fast for it to be a good movie.
I don't know. It's a well-made movie. George Clooney did a good job. It's a well-acted movie. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah. And that's totally fine.
And there was no period in it. There was no adolescence. There was
no period, no boobies, no adolescence, and no Jason Bateman or Tom Cruise, and no Sasquatches, because because you probably would have given it a higher score if they were all Sasquatches in the boat. But dude, I don't know. Ultimately, I was disappointed because I had higher expectations on this, but I do think it's a good movie. I do think it's worth a watch, especially if you like that history. Now you're frozen on me.
I think people should check this out. I do.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't for me.
Yeah. I think it's got an audience. You just may not be that audience. Yeah. And this is like, when we watch a Wes Anderson movie and both of us are like, I can't stand these. And there's people that love that stuff.
I don't get it.
But again, I don't understand either. I can't. Subjective. All film is subjective. Where's my banner? Let's put it up.
Yeah, I don't get the love of Wes Anderson.
No, I can't stand Wes Anderson. I can't stand the Coen brothers. I have very little patience with stuff like that, with movies that don't really have a point. give me something. But I did like this, but I didn't like it as much as I wanted to.
Yeah.
What's up, Mega Mike? Good to see you, my friend. I'm going to be on Mega Mike's channel on the 15th of July for a Criterion versus Arrow battle, where I am one of the judges. So I'm interested in doing that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Wes Anderson is a treasure. Okay, well, he can stay buried for me. But,
I don't get it.
I don't.
I don't get it.
I can't. And I'm just like, I don't like him. There is only one Wes Anderson movie that I like, and it's the one that all the Wes Anderson fans don't like. So I guess that makes sense. It's Life Aquatic. Life Aquatic is the only one that I liked.
That's the Bill Murray one, right?
That's the Bill Murray one. That's the only one I've ever liked. That's the only one I've ever watched all the way through, except for the Henry Sugar one. But that one's only like 37 minutes. It's really short, so I was able to get through the Henry Sugar one, but I still didn't like it. And I was like, but I knew it was going to get the Oscar. But yeah, let's go to our highlights on Boys in the Boat. You guys, this is coming in third place. Okay, so we have some sevens from you, bro. We got acting, ending, visuals, direction at 7. 6s for cast, genre, and subgenre. And then I see a 3 for the trailer. You weren't in the mood to watch this.
Yeah, no.
Okay. My high point, I have a 9 for the story. I have 8s for acting, ending, and direction. And then I have 7s for trailer, visuals, and genre. With a 6 for cast and a 6 for sound.
Yeah.
So I liked it. I didn't love it. We're a little spread off here, but I think that makes this a good third place, because this will be an acquired taste. I think some people would like this, some people won't, but I do think it's worth checking out. And then
I agree.
If you get about, like 20 minutes into the movie and you're bored, just go ahead and shut it off. Just go ahead and shut it off. Go watch Viewer Discretion Advised instead.
Oh, God, no. Stick with Boys in the Boat.
Go watch Sasquatch Sunset, and then you'll come back to this movie.
I would recommend that one.
And go, that is a joy. It's a treasure. It's a Wes Anderson movie. Agreed. Well, see, Jay and Mega Mike like Wes Anderson, and it's totally cool. I like, we've always said that movies are subjective. Yeah. It's just, I just don't understand his style. I don't.
Some people don't understand Kevin Smith's style, and I love Kevin Smith.
And I don't understand Kevin Smith's style. Mm-hmm. But there's a couple that I like. And there, I've learned through you that there are a couple that I've liked that I didn't know were Kevin Smith movies. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, let's go to our final scores. What else we got? Me 3 with Fantastic Mr. Fox. I couldn't watch that.
Yeah, I can't do that either.
I couldn't watch it. And I think that's animated, if I'm not mistaken. And George Clooney actually is the voice in there. But yeah, I couldn't watch it. I couldn't finish it. But what I can finish is the score on Boys in the Boat. You guys, this is coming in 3rd place. IMDb is giving this a 7.0. Rotten Tomatoes critic score 57%. Audience score 97%. Rich, you gave it a 59. I gave it a 74 for a total average score of 66.5.
Man, that audience score is pretty fucking high. I'm the odd man out. And that's okay though. I don't. George Clooney did a good job directing it. Harry Potter guy or Fantastic Beasts guy, whatever you want to call it, he was good in it. It's hard for me to picture.
It was good. The story was good. Yeah, I get your point. Yeah, stop motion animation. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Grant.
Our local animation historian.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Okay, I might freeze up here because I got to get Grant's review of
Inside Out 2. While you're doing that, guys, remember that over on our Faces for Radio Instagram page, we have all the movies up for the month of July. I'm already starting to work on August. So if you want to be a guest any of those weeks, DM us and we'll add you to the list. We would love for you guys to come. We're rewinding that back. We would love for you guys to come on the show. So yeah, hit us up, and all you have to do is watch the 5 movies, sometimes 6 movies. Like we just added one to July 17th episode. We added Bike Riders, because that's our episode where there's nothing but theater movies. And that week we're gonna have Nate. So if you want to join the 3 of us, just let us know. And Dave's frozen still.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. So I hope all you guys had a good weekend. I had a fucking fantastic weekend. I hope you guys got to see some movies. Did you guys see Inside Out 2 yet? That's the most important thing. Fuck all these other dumb movies we have on this list. The movie that is my favorite movie out of this bunch is Inside Out 2. I know Grant saw it. Who else saw Inside Out too?
Yep.
Oh, Mega
Mike, like Boys in the Boat. He didn't like Civil War though, so there's good and bad.
That's true.
With Mega Mike, but I liked Boys in the Boat. I enjoyed it. I think a 74 is a good score for me. I love quoting Mallrats. I did not care for Mallrats, but that's fine.
I'm going to agree with you there. I have a hard time. I still enjoy aspects of that movie, like the relationship between Brody and Banky. Well, not Brody and Banky. Anyway, the two main characters in that movie. I enjoy it, but I have a hard time with that movie. I don't like Jay and Bob in that movie. It's very childish, if that makes sense.
Really? That's like calling the pot calling the kettle black. they seem childish in this one. The other ones, they're totally mature, but in this one, they're really juvenile.
But if you go to Clerks 2, even in Chasing Amy, they're dialed back. They're not. And they're over the top in Dogma, but they're dialed back.
But yeah, I didn't mind him in Dogma. Everybody was over the top in Dogma.
That is true.
Everybody was. Even Alan Rickman was over the top in Dogma.
Oh, he was so good in that movie.
But he was so good.
Yeah. Even the Pooh Monster was over the top.
Yeah.
That's right up your alley.
That is. Allie's Pooh Monster. I get it. I'm the asshole. I understand. So we've got 2 more movies left, you guys. Thank you so much for staying with us. What do you think about the show so far, Popper?
Awesome.
That's right. And as Grant says, these next movies are
fucking incredible.
Well, don't get crazy. Only one of them's fucking awesome. Don't get crazy.
Robert, Atlas isn't great, but far better than Trigger Warning.
Yeah.
Right? I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that, though.
TS and Brody.
See, my brain wasn't working.
What would you love us to do? Hey, what's up, Emmett?
What's up, Emmett?
Good to see you, brother. All right, we got 2 more left. What do you think came in second place this week?
Unfortunately, it's Brats.
Unfortunately, it's Brats?
Oh, you fucking better not be Inside Out. I swear to God, Dave. I swear to God. If Inside Out 2 is not number fucking 1, I quit the show. I fucking quit. I swear to God. It has to be Brats. It has to be Brats. Don't do this to me, Dave. I swear to God. I swear to God.
The dramatic pause now. So our number 2 movie is no, I'm just kidding. Our number 2 movie is Brats. So
this was a pity party movie, a pity party documentary.
Oh yeah, I was like, I don't remember that being an issue. I was watching this and they were like, oh, we were so offended being called the Brat Pack, and I was like, but it was cool. And and my thing was like, if they're the Brat Pack, why aren't they doing any more movies together? And that's why, because we don't like being called that. So this documentary centers on 1980s films starring the Brat Pack and their profound impact on the young stars' lives. So it's basically this one dude
who sucks anyway.
This one dude writes an article, and he watches something with the Rat Pack, which is Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., those other guys, Jimmy Darren, those dudes. And so he says, I'll call these guys the Brat Pack. And, as we all know, congrats, Mike, on your kid. Nice. Mike, did Amazing Anna just have a baby?
Yeah, you dad.
Oh my God, dude. Mazel tov, bro.
Oh, congrats, man.
Still need to see both.
I would skip Brats, honestly.
I don't think so. I like this.
I did not like this. It was like, oh, I feel sorry for myself.
Oh, I know.
I couldn't get an acting job.
This is the world's smallest violin playing "My Heart Bleeds for You," but I got to see all these people again. Now, Andrew McCarthy does this documentary because he's like,
I don't like him
because he's like, I wonder what the rest of the group, now that it's 30 years later or 40 years later, I wonder what the rest of the group thinks of being called the Brat Pack and how it affected their lives. And that's what this documentary is about. So they're trying to get a hold of everybody. And, most everybody's like, yeah, I don't have a job. Emilio Estevez, Ali Sheedy. And, most of these guys are like, hey, I'm not working. So, yeah, I'll come and talk to you. And then it's like.
Greenwald was like, I'll put it past. It's in the past.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
And then, they're like, I can't get a hold of Demi Moore and I can't get a hold of Judd Nelson. And then finally get a hold of Demi Moore. And I gotta say, I don't know who fed her lines in this, but I've never known Demi Moore to be that profound. She actually had some profound statements here that I think were written by a publicist.
I thought that too. It felt very forced.
It felt like it was read. Like it was like she was reading off of a script. It wasn't. I was like,
or she was like,
high.
Wow. One of the two.
I think it could have been. Her pupils were pretty dilated, so
and her face was pretty stretched.
Fucking
plastic.
Well,
surgery,
that's. But it was so funny. I mean, Emilio Estevez was like, it kind of started with me, and it was my fault. And then after that, he had there was a movie that he was supposed to do with Andrew McCarthy that they both said was like the greatest script that they'd ever read. And Emilio Estevez said, I don't want to do the movie because of this Brat Pack thing. I don't want to do a movie with Andrew McCarthy.
Yeah.
And Andrew was kind of butthurt about it. He was like, I just heard that you didn't want to do the movie with me. So I was like, what's up? What's going on? And that's kind of what this whole conversation is. It's like, how did it affect you? And then Ali Sheedy was like, I don't care. It didn't bother me a bit. I went on and did my thing. But
she's still beautiful too.
She's pretty. And I don't see a lot of plastic surgery with her.
No. And see, fucking people, ladies in Hollywood, stop with the fucking plastic surgery. You look ridiculous.
Yeah. Do you also do Q&A on your podcast?
We will be doing. We usually do that on Instagram.
Yeah,
we're going to go to Instagram Live later.
But we do. I mean, we do Q&A here as long as it pertains to the movies that we're talking about.
Yeah. But if you want to talk to us,
you can go over to Instagram immediately following the show. We'll go live on there. And I know I see Emmett on Instagram all the time, so yeah, I know he's
we'll
he's
be doing
over
it
there
on my Instagram page.
Yeah. So look for Turner Fan 77's Instagram page, and then I'll be jumping on. I'll be jumping on to Rich from behind. Everybody seemed so sad in this movie. Yeah, because they thought their lives were ruined by this one thing that one fucking douchebag said in an article.
Yeah.
That you never know what goes viral. This is something that went viral before viral was a thing. And you never know. I was trying to do stuff on TikTok forever, and what goes viral is a video of a bumblebee landing on a flower. It goes viral. I get 22 million hits on it, and thousand. And I was like, and all of a sudden my TikTok account blows up, and then nothing else happens after that. And I'm like, I don't know how that went viral. It doesn't make any sense to me. I thought Brat Pack was a cool name back in the day. I did too. Anna's pregnant, so baby's on the way. Okay, congrats, bro.
Oh, okay, congrats, man.
That's awesome.
Is this your first child?
I think this is he and Anna's first child.
Nothing better than being a father, man.
Yeah.
Nothing better.
Except being a grandfather, because then we get all the perks.
That's true.
And none of the responsibility. So just like the Spice Girls, and they embraced it. Yeah, but yeah, it's like the Brat Pack totally rejected it. And if they'd have done, just to think of all the movies that they could have done that they didn't, just because of that one thing.
Yeah.
Emilio Estevez drops out. All these guys start doing movies for themselves. If they could have kept together And just, I don't know what kind of movies they would have done. I was like, instead we had to watch Mannequin and Mannequin 2.
Bro, whoa. Do not diss Mannequin.
Oh, the first one's great. I thought you didn't like Andrew McCarthy, or you just don't like him here.
Yeah, I don't like him here.
Yeah. No, the first Mannequin was great. Mannequin 2 blew.
This is gonna probably. I'm just gonna say this. I used to wait when I was a kid. I seen that. I wanted to have sex so bad. I waited for mannequins to come alive. When I'd go to the store, I'd be like, "Come on, bitch, come on, come alive. I want to touch your boobies," and it never happened because I was a little kid, and I wanted. That was my first experience with a sex doll. Making me laugh. I love.
Tell us more about the sex doll, Rich. So,
I mean, come on, I can't be the only weird one that waited for when you saw that as a kid. You're like,
$9.95. Rich is gonna have sex with mannequins.
No, so don't ever diss Mannequin.
Oh, the first Mannequin was fun. I liked the first Mannequin, but the second Mannequin sucked.
Was Kim Cattrall in that one?
No,
I don't remember that one. I
don't think so. I'm not even sure Andrew McCarthy was in it.
Yeah,
I think he was in it, but it was it was so bad. It was like Weekend at Bernie's too. How long is it going to take for that guy to ferment before how many dead movies you're going to make? Easy, Rich. Easy, Rich. I want to say what's up to Jeff.
What's up,
Good to see you, Jeff. You couldn't find a Sears catalog like the rest of us?
No, dude. Mannequin opened the door. It was like you could touch a movie.
OnlyFans Mannequin the movie. I'm gonna get some mannequins for Rich, and we're gonna do the OnlyFans, and Rich is gonna be like, "Come alive!" Do it. But so I liked this because of the people and my connection to them growing up.
I get it.
Because the big year for them was 1985. I was 15, and it was the perfect time for me as a teenager with Breakfast Club and Mannequin, and then I put Patrick Dempsey in this Brat Pack group too, even though they didn't, with Can't Buy Me Love
I love that
and things like
too.
that. I liked Patrick Dempsey in all these. I liked Demi Moore. St. Elmo's Fire. They did a lot of stuff on St. Elmo's Fire. Rob Lowe was awesome. Not related to me, by the way, but
he was terrible fucking too.
Yeah. Well, they were like, again, Andrew McCarthy and Rob Lowe, I guess, had something. They were like, they had some kind of beef against each other. And he was like, I don't know if Rob's going to want to talk to me in this and blah, blah, blah. And then he talks to him, and Rob's still kind of condescending. he was still kind of talking down to Andrew McCarthy. But the cool part was when he actually talked to the guy who wrote the article.
Yeah.
And he went there saying, "Aren't you sorry that this happened?" And he's like, "No."
He shouldn't be.
He shouldn't. I shouldn't be. I made money off it. Actually, I didn't make very much money because he still had like a little 1-bedroom apartment with a window air conditioner. And these guys have like houses, like full-on mansions and shit. He's like, it gained popularity, but I didn't get anything from it. He goes, I didn't know that it made you guys feel bad. I thought I was giving you guys some publicity. Yeah. And it was just the way. And then Andrew McCarthy kind of changed his attitude toward the guy who wrote the article at the end. Mm-hmm. So I think this was kind of therapeutic for Andrew McCarthy. This was his making amends thing. This was his, I don't know if it's part of his 12-step program or what the deal is, but Andrew McCarthy was just trying to make himself feel better because this was weighing on his life. These two words, Brat Pack, was weighing on his life.
Stupid.
And I was like, dude, I thought that made you guys famous.
Yeah. I don't know.
AKA Hung Low. That's my middle name.
Oh shit. Donkey Dick David.
Yeah, it will be the first.
Awesome. Congrats, man.
Rich has a dark side. Molly Ringwald, Demi Moore. I had a crush on them back in the day.
I think we all did.
Yeah. I agree with that. I thought they were cute. Ali Sheedy. I think I had a crush on her.
Mm-hmm.
I had a crush on Ali Sheedy more than Molly Ringwald. But
Molly Ringwald was so perfect though back in the day. I think I remember jerking off to her when I was a kid. By the way,
did you pretend she was a mannequin? Was that what it was? You were going, okay, pause. Okay, she's a mannequin.
That made me sound like some weirdo.
No, really? I didn't mean to make you sound like a weirdo, Rich.
I did that myself.
I want to get her like that. And then you're like, or the one where he's under the desk and you see the panties. That one. Okay. So the thing I really didn't like about this is the ending. And because the ending is just like the phone rings and it's Judd Nelson and then it's over.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's dumb. I was like, give me a little bit more, even if it was a phone conversation of Judd Nelson going, I don't give a shit. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah. I'm not interviewing with you. That's not happening. Instead of it just Judd and then end. So I don't know. I think I liked it. I think it's worth seeing, but it's one and done for me.
Yeah.
And it really, again, I learned, I wanted more from this too. What I learned is that these guys were big babies.
Exactly. They had the whole world in their hands, and they're going to whine about it.
Exactly. They had the world by the nuts in 1985, and they blew it. That sounded wrong, but they blew the nuts.
The theme of our show tonight.
I know. It's just, this stuff just doesn't come out right. Okay, but they blew it all because of two little words by some flunk douchebag reporter that just happened to go viral.
Yeah.
And then everybody hit him after that. Oh, you're called the Brat Pack and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's right. D's nuts, Rob. D's nuts. We're getting a lot of insight into Rich tonight. Yeah, we're learning a lot about your childhood, bro. Mannequins, jerking off to Molly Ringwald. I get it. I
Open and honest, man. Open and honest. We're the faces for radio, and we're honest. Maybe overshare a little too much.
Maybe oversharing just a little bit, but that's okay. That's what we're here for.
We're all friends here.
Exactly. Whoa, I wasn't expecting those kind of brats, beers and brats. I wouldn't mind brats. Give me a documentary about how brats are made.
I don't know if I'd be able to do that.
I don't know if I'd do I'd just make brats. I'd just make some brats, drink some beers, have a great time. That's what I'm looking forward to. What? Oh, here we go. Rich, do you hawk-twa?
You don't know this, David?
Yes. I didn't get it until I said hawk-twa. Do you?
Oh, Jay.
I can't even finish it. Mannequin. Do you hawk-twa on the thing before you find the right mannequin? Not before. You got to do it when you find it. You find it, then you hawk-twa. And then you toss the salad.
Oh.
What's up, Tiana? Yeah.
Tiana.
Speaking of I was like, it's either speaking of hawk-twa or toss salad, and I don't want to go either way with Tiana because we love Tiana.
Awesome.
Tiana, we apologize.
Yeah. We're very immature here.
We are. But she knew that.
Yeah, she does it. She's been doing our show way too many times.
The corruption is real. Yeah. Dell likes it. Salad? Yeah. Toss salad. Tiana, just guys being guys. Yeah. Everybody's saying hi to Tiana. Tiana, we love you. Thank you so much for coming in.
We appreciate it. Thank you. Keeping your judgment to yourself.
Just reserve judgment. Just whoa. What did I walk into? You walked into hawk-twa and toss salad. mannequins and Molly Ringwald, and
yeah.
I am never gonna get Hawk Twa. It's just gonna be there all day. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna talk to my wife and I'm gonna go Hawk Twa. She'll be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Love it. You guys saying hey to each other while we're laughing our asses off, while we're giggle happy. All right, let's go to our highlights on Brats. You guys coming in second place this week. Rich, you have a 10 on cast, obvious, 9 on sound.
Oh yeah, the music is great in this.
Yeah, the music is great in this. 8 on the trailer.
Yeah, I was excited for this.
And then 7s for story, visual, genre, and subgenre.
I almost took a point off for Demi Moore's visuals. I almost did. Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I get it. I gave 10s to the cast and the sound. I agree. I love the music, the score here. It works. Story, I gave a 9. And then I gave an 8 to the subgenre, 7s to acting, trailer, visuals, and genre. So I do think this is worth a watch. It's not it's not Rich's life of masturbation. But he did masturbate to 2 of these girls that we know of. So
Wow.
Let's go to our final scores on Brats, you guys coming in second place. IMDb is giving this a 6.7. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 83%. Audience score 60%. Rich, you gave it a 70. I gave it a 75 for a total average score of 72.5.
Yeah.
All right, 17 with us live. Thank you so much for staying with us.
Appreciate you guys.
We have one more movie to talk about. It's our number 1 movie of the week. And it was really no surprise that this was going to happen. Although I did think Boys in the Boat would take it until I watched Boys in the Boat. And then
no way.
And then I was like, no. So our number 1 movie, you guys, is Inside Out 2. This is in theaters right now. And I got to tell you, I have never seen the theater that full.
In a long time.
In a long time.
This movie was phenomenal. Oh, man.
And so many kids. So many kids.
So many kids, so many adults without kids, too. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it, too, Tiana. This is probably my favorite movie of the year so far. This is not as good as the first one.
Inside Out 2 was so good. It was just like the first, as Tiana says. I think there are definitely some similarities. There was a, of course, this goes through Riley's teenage years. She's and puberty hits, and all of a sudden there's these new emotions. Like if you look at them there up at the top, you have envy, anxiety, embarrassment, and boredom. And I like how they were played. And then, of course, you have the original guys. Dude, I really like this. I'm not going to say it's my favorite of the year, but I like this. This is definitely my favorite animated movie of the year.
Oh, this is just phenomenal. I mean,
yeah, Ennui or whatever it's called. But yeah, it's basically boredom. I didn't want to say ennui because it doesn't make me seem smart, which I'm not. So, do you think they will make a third one?
Yes,
dude.
There is a spinoff. Bob Iger, somebody in Disney said the spinoff is already done, and it says it's supposed to come out in April of next year. I don't know if they're going to work on a third one, but I know there's a spinoff of one of.
Wow. Okay. So,
right, go ahead.
Oh, it had a $200 million budget, and it has just cracked 800 million worldwide.
Yeah,
I think this will break $1 billion.
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be tough.
I think this will break $1 billion because I mean the theater was still packed when I went yesterday. Bike Raiders wasn't very packed.
Oh,
but
yeah, that's not good.
Inside Out 2 was packed.
But you have Quiet Place Day 1 gonna eat away at some of that.
It's gonna eat some of that, but I think with it summertime and the kids, there's no other kids movie that's coming out.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry,
you got
Evan, good to see you, brother.
You got Despicable Me 4 coming. I think
You
next week, in 2 weeks. I think in 2 weeks. You got Despicable Me 4.
Loved Brats. Inside Out was good. But I don't love the first one and didn't love the second one, but I think it's clever. Boys in the Boat is a great book. Haven't seen the movie. I'd like to read the book. After seeing the movie, I'd like to read the book. Wee Wee. And Rich was talking about his wee wee earlier. Evan, it's good to see you, brother. Inside Out 2 broke tons of records. This
is Pixar being Pixar once again, where they weren't
Despicable
strapped.
Me 4. I'm excited for Despicable Me 4.
I'm not a big fan of those franchises, but
I loved it. I didn't like Minions, but I liked Despicable Me.
Minions is stupid.
The Minions movie. But The Rise of Gru was okay. I like that one. I thought that was okay. But I don't like seeing animated movies in the theater. And
I had a blast with this.
I had a blast here too. That I don't know about your theater experience, but there is a couple of points in here where I'm just going to call him Pouchy. There's a character named Pouchy that is basically behaving like he's a television character, right? Yeah. He's a fanny pack, and he's like telling the kids to sing "Oh Pouchy," right? And the whole audience of kids, they go, "Oh," they're doing the thing. I was like, okay, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that happened in my theater.
I dug that. That happened in my theater. I don't know. I thought that was really funny. Yeah. And I got to tell you, the end, I got a little misty. I got a little misty at the end.
Yeah, rightfully so. I mean,
with Joy and the hockey game and all that, I got a little misty on that. I didn't think I would. So I mean, all in all, I really like this.
This is what Pixar does when it's at its best. They tell a movie. This is not a kid's. That's one thing I don't like people say. Pixar makes kid movies. They make movies for both adults and children. I don't know how to explain it. They just do such a good job.
Pouchy is Toodles. Yeah. It's Toodles from Mickey Mouse. Yes. That's what I got from that, is from the Mickey Mouse thing.
I got it from Dora.
Yeah, but same type of thing, only it's Dora's backpack, right?
Yeah, she's a drug runner though.
Yeah, she's a drug runner though. But yeah, no, I liked it. I thought it was really good. I did think the first one was better.
It's slightly better.
Slightly better. I think it made it a little bit busy with the extra emotions, but it makes sense because it's a girl going through puberty, and I fucking get it.
Exactly. This is Malia. This movie reminds me of my daughter, Malia.
I was thinking, yeah, it reminds me of Amanda. It reminds me of my daughter, and because I was like, she's just sitting there crying, and I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, but I can't hug her until she wants to be hugged because she's like, don't touch me. I'm like, okay, you remind me of my wife. I'm going to go. So Turning Red, I do like Turning Red.
I like Turning Red. It's not great. It's not Inside Out too great. And Luca's not Inside Out too great, but they're fine films. And I think you're right.
Luca's good.
They should have never put this on those two movies on Disney Plus at all. They just shot themselves in the foot with that.
Yeah, but they kind of did that on purpose, right? Because of COVID.
Well, they didn't have to. I mean, they could have held.
They didn't have to, but that's what they chose to do. And I think
Bob Paycheck,
and then they go and try to release it in the theater recently. Turning Red, Luca, and then there were like a couple other ones, if I'm not mistaken. That they turned around. Soul was one, because I thought Soul was fantastic. I loved Soul.
Yeah.
But again, that is not a kid's movie.
No,
that's definitely an adult topic that a kid can watch because it's an animated character doing stuff. But these are very real emotions that teenagers go through and that adults understand. Because
and then the adult Inside Out, when they switch into the adult, you're prepared to do this for another 5 years, made me laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so
like Turning Red a lot. Looker was okay. Soul was excellent. God, I loved Soul.
Soul's
got to be one of my favorites. That's got to be one of my favorites.
It doesn't get talked about enough.
No, in fact, I think that was my movie of the year that year when it came out.
Yeah.
But we didn't have much going on because of COVID, so there wasn't much released. But yeah, I thought Soul was so good.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, let's go to the highlights on Inside Out 2, coming in first place, and I mean by a landslide.
This is why I was going to get pissed at you.
Okay, yeah, I know. That's why I put this one up as number 2. I was like, oh, I so want to do it, but I know Brats didn't make the cut. Okay, so Rich, the only categories for you that were not 10s was cast and sound. Otherwise 10s across the board. So 10s for acting, trailer, ending, story, visuals, direction, genre, and subgenre. I have 10s for cast, ending, story, visuals, and genre. And then I have 8s for acting and direction, 7 for subgenre. But yeah, this is definitely top 10 of the year for me.
Yeah, hands down. I mean,
I don't know if it'll stay in the top 10, but it is in the top 10 now.
Okay, when we did Dell's episode about Bad Boys, Ride or Die, I said that was the most fun I had an experience in a very long time.
Until you watch this.
This was right up there with it, just because of everybody being in the theater. It was just so much fun to be in a packed theater, people enjoying the movie going experience.
Yeah, that's what I like too. The experience of being in the theater with this one was paramount. I liked Ride or Die more just for the action, and it's a live action. I'm not much for cartoons, but this with the theater experience was amazing. It was awesome. I was very happy with it, and I do recommend you guys see this in the theater if you get a chance.
And what's great, again, Bob Iger committed to say this was staying in the theater 100 days. There's going to be no 60-day window, 90. This is staying 100+ days in the theater, which is fucking smart. Leave this in because it's going to have legs.
You're going to have people rewatching this because kids are going to want to come back and watch this movie. I went last Tuesday and I watched Inside Out, and literally, I mean, I walked in the door and the next 2 showings were full. So I had to go like an hour and a half to get to the next show that I could sit, that my wife and I could sit in the movie. So that shows you how packed it was.
Now.
Yeah. And then yesterday I went to see Bike Riders, and I saw a lot of the same people that were there to see Inside Out 2 again, because school's out. There's nothing else playing. You can go on Tuesday for $5 at Regal. So this was a perfect opportunity for them, and a perfect opportunity for Inside Out to make some bank before Despicable Me comes out. I think Despicable Me is going to be the big one that drops this. Yeah. But I'm 90% sure this is going to make $1 billion.
I know it's going to be tough, but you're convincing me.
Yeah.
I might have to agree with you now. I mean, it's close.
It's close already, and it's going to go for a couple weeks before Despicable Me comes out.
Yeah, and then you got Deadpool coming out. It's going to eat everything up.
Yeah.
So that's our movies, man.
Yeah, that's it. Let's go to our final scores.
Yeah.
Before we go out of here, and we got to talk about next week's shows. Yeah. Let's get to the final scores on Inside Out 2. You guys coming in first place. IMDb is giving this an 8.0. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 90%. Audience score 96%. Rich, you gave it a 95. I gave it an 85 for a total average score of 90.
Yeah, I think
And
it's
I
the
think
highest
this
scored
is
movie this year.
I think this is one of the first, one of the only 90s for an average score between us. I think this might be the first.
Even this
First
year,
or second.
forever.
Not ever. We've done it. We
Yeah,
did it
that's
last
what-
year a couple times.
Yeah,
We did it with Oppenheimer, and we did 90s a few times.
Yeah,
Oh no, we get
just,
oh no, we did Bad Boys Ride or Die was 91.5 average score.
oh wow. Well, because we had 3 of us. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was just for the 2 of us.
Okay.
The 3 of us, because Dell's score was like 70, so
Oh yeah,
I'm just looking at the average score between the 2 of us. 91.5 for Civil War. That's when we had 5.
Yeah.
But just for the 2 of us,
Mike fucked that up.
Mike messed that up with a 56. 91.5 for Greatest Night in Pop. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You gave that a 97, bro.
I love that's in my top films of the year. That just hit everything for me just right.
So yeah, we've done more than I thought.
Yeah.
Because I remember we were close with like Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, and we were close with.
You said that came out this week, right?
That came out this week on physical, and I've got the steel book. I pre-ordered it. That was one of my last pre-orders before I lost my job. So,
I wonder if that's worth picking up in 4K or just getting the regular Blu-ray.
review is up for me. Review is up for you. That's right. Grant's review, which is up. I did load it. Yes. Grant's review for Inside Out is up as well. Let's go to that before we close things out. Here we go.
Hey guys, Movie Buff Grant over here, and today I am going to be doing a by the numbers review for Dave and Rich on Inside Out 2. Now, I saw this movie when it came out. To be quite honest with you, this is one of my favorite sequels. Non-period. Toy Story 2 and Shrek 2 are always my favorite out of the bunch. I like the story, I like the animation on this one, and I did like the direction on where this is going. So, on behalf of Movie Buff Grant, I am going to give this movie a 8.2 out of 10. Now, Inside Out 2 may not be for everyone, but I did like it more than everybody else. Anyways, that's all for me right now. You guys take care.
Okay, yeah, he changed his tune later on. He gave me 10s across the board. So 8.2 out of 10, that wasn't what he gave me. He gave me 10 out of 10.
Some people, when you think about something, you let it sit for a while.
Let it ferment a little bit, and then all of a sudden you go,
fucking incredible.
We love you, Grant, man. We really do.
Yeah, we love you, Grant. He's got reviews for Quiet Place Day 1 and one other one that we don't have on the list yet.
Yeah.
And then he's just sent me another one recently.
Keep them coming, Grant.
Yep. I'll put them on as long as my power holds out. and I have time. So
Yeah.
But isn't it fucking incredible? Should I even watch it? Right?
You
don't get that. Young Woman in the Sea. That's the one. Young Woman in the Sea.
Oh, that's the Daisy Scott one, right? Where she's swimming. Daisy Scott. Daisy Ridley.
Daisy Ridley. Ridley Scott, director.
Yes.
Daisy Ridley, actor.
Yeah, she's the one. She swims in the water. Yeah. So next week we have Big Pimp Jay Manley coming on the show.
Yep, Big
And
Pimp.
Jay, if you're still with us, your movies next week are the documentary Secret of the Neanderthals on Netflix. And I'm apologizing now. We have One More Shot on Netflix. And hold on, I actually skipped the thing. We have Society of the Magical Negroes on Peacock, and Movie Pass, Movie Crash documentary on Max, and A Family Affair on Netflix. Those are our 5 movies for July 3rd.
Yeah. And the full title of that one is The American Society of Magical Negroes.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Well, it won't fit all on my page, so I kind of
Yeah.
abbreviated it.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
sorry. Thank
that's
you.
okay. I just wanted to make sure we put that out there. Ridley Scott, Scott Ridley, Daisy Ridley.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll get to it eventually.
That's one of these days, if you do it, keep mixing it up. Sooner or later, you're going to get the right combination. And but speaking of which, the right combination is Rich and I on the Faces for Radio, and whoever guest we get makes for a great show. So if you guys want to be a part of the Faces for Radio podcast for a future episode, go over to our Instagram page, look at our episodes coming up. Everything to the end of July is booked. Meaning we've got our stuff scheduled, and we do have people coming on the shows, but we can always take another guest. So
the more the better.
If you want to join Jay on the 3rd, you're welcome to. We also have Nate, which is going to join us on the 17th, but that may be the 18th, depending on the schedule.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the month, which is the 31st, that episode is moving to August 3rd, which is a Saturday. And we're going to have none other than John Watkins, my partner from Spirits with Spirits, is going to be here at my house that week. And he's going to join us for a Faces for Radio episode. And I think that's episode 76 or 77.
Yeah. I don't know. You're the math guy, bro.
77. I think it's 77.
John is fucking awesome. I wish I get to talk to him more. I'm a big fan of his. Seems like a super nice fucking guy. I can't wait to chat with him again. And hopefully in September, I get to meet him.
Hopefully, yeah. And you guys, in September, we are planning a trip to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, where we're going to go to a paranormal conference in Gettysburg. It's the Warrens Paracon, and it's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be September 27th through September 30th. So, yes, that is a lot of prime meat. That's right. But yeah, thanks, brother. Appreciate that.
I'm looking forward to, hopefully we get to be in the same room together that weekend at some point.
Yeah. The more the merrier, I say. I agree. I think, I had so many people that say our best show was when we had Corey and Rob and Mega Mike.
Yeah. And but said the show that Nate's joining us, what's that say?
Of course it was great before you joined, but it's better when you're here.
Yeah. The show that Nate's joining is all movie theater movies.
It's all theatrical releases. So
yes.
Yeah.
And some of them start coming out this week. And 6 of them.
And there's 6 of them, including Bike Riders, which just came out.
Yeah. And then Quiet. Let me just read you the movies. So let me do that. July 17th, we have Fly Me to the Moon, Exorcism, A Quiet Place Day 1, Maxine, Long Legs, and Bike Riders.
Those are a lot of horror movies in that. That's going to be a lot of fun. So Caveman's out. Caveman's not joining us for that one. But Caveman could have joined us for this one. No horror movies this time.
Yeah.
But I know that he and Miss Caveman are still kind of recovering. So, and I didn't see Caveman or Miss Caveman on tonight. So we wish them the best. You're constantly in our prayers, you guys. So definitely stay in touch, and hopefully you can join us in the near future. But yeah, that's it. Oh, also, you guys, so we're on our summer break with Spirits, but I have an overnight investigation planned on August 1st. So I'd love for you guys to join us. So if you go to @SpiritsWithSpirits on YouTube, I'm going to set up the show. We're going to do a live stream from the Barn Theater in Porterville, California, which is supposedly haunted. We're going to do a tour of the place, do a live stream paranormal investigation on YouTube and
okay, Dave,
and Twitter. Yeah.
you white people are crazy. We watch scary movies. We watch found footage movies. Haven't you learned your lesson from any of the found footage movies we watched?
No, and I've been attacked by spirits, so that's not no. And yes, Evan, maybe probably the best part is you missed the Hawk Twa moment. The Hawk Twa. So
spit on that thing.
Yeah, we're gonna spit on that thing. Gotta lube it up. But
oh shit. Anyway, guys, remember, in about 10 minutes, we're gonna hop over on Instagram Live on my Instagram page and just do a fun little
just do a breakdown of the show, talk about what's coming up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll do the schedule out for the Spirits of Spirits episode. So if you guys get a chance, just be on there, get a notification. Love to see you on the live stream, even if you can't stay, just come in, hit us a like. See what we're doing, because it'll be our first live stream investigation from a location, so that'll be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to doing that. That's the next step in the evolution of Spirits of Spirits. Thanks, Rob.
We appreciate you guys, every one of you guys that are watching us live, replay, Twitter, wherever you find us. We really appreciate you, and thank you for taking the time for us two knuckleheads.
Yep. Really appreciate you guys. We're gonna leave it at this point, but we'll see you next time on the Faceless Radio podcast. In the meantime, good night. God bless. Take care. Watch movies, and I'm gonna leave you with my dog watching Sasquatch Sunset. So you guys be safe.